morning. Thank you for joining me, Coach Michael, on your Monday morning. Well, we're into episode 3 of The Phrases and Jerry Maguire. There was a scene when Rod finally had his breakthrough after the game where he came out of the locker room and he was surrounded by reporters looking to get a conversation with Rod Tidwell. And Rod looked across and saw Jerry Maguire and just emotionally broke down. He finally had his breakthrough. He also knew that the money was coming at that point in time. Jerry went up to Rod and they had a nice embrace to really celebrate their victory. And then Jerry's phone rang. And being excited, he was hoping it was going to be Dorothy Boyd, his wife at the time. But it was Marcy. It was Rod's wife. And he gave the phone to Rod, and Rod broke down and started sharing how he finally did it. He finally had his breakthrough. And Jerry realized that he wanted to share that moment also. So he raced to the airport, got on a plane, got into a cab, and drove home. And walked into the living room where it was filled with a bunch of women. And he clearly stated that, "I'm here to see my wife." And Dorothy stood up and she's watching him, and he goes into a long conversation about how they had a breakthrough, the company had a breakthrough, and he wasn't complete because he didn't get to share with her. And as he's going into this conversation, Dorothy just stood up and said, "Shh, you had me at hello." So what does that phrase have to do with anything with business? Well, it has to do with this. When you're an organization, when you're in business, and you're truly working on being your best, when you're creating raving fan clients, when people are writing you testimonials on your website, on Yelp, on Google, where you are running on all cylinders, your team is wearing that type of culture, that the energy just comes off from the clients, that consistently everybody's winning. You're delivering the goods and services like you promised. People will begin to size you up in advance. Somebody will go to your website and look at your testimonials. They'll look at your company. They'll go to Google and read those testimonials. They'll see the testimonials on Yelp. They'll walk into your organization. They'll just feel that culture, that energy of how everything is just being done right, and then it's synergistic. So when it finally comes to you, after you put everything in place, where you're just ready to have a conversation with that person and tell your story of why they should do business with you, well, in their mind, they've already sized you up. They've already made a decision that you're the person they're going to be doing business with. And they simply look at you and say, "Shh, you had me at hello." So if you're in business, if you're in an organization, do what you need to do to create the organization of complete synergy and a culture that shines and releases the energy of just excellence. And I guarantee you, people in advance will size you up. They'll size up your organization, they'll size up your team, and you'll have them at hello. I want to congratulate you for going for the 3rd part of this series. I want to thank you for joining me on your Monday morning with Coach Michael, and I want to wish you a productive and profitable week. Go get them. Thank you.